All right. I think we're live right now. Welcome back to Bodybuilding and BS, guys. We have a bunch of good stories to talk about today. We run through what we're going to talk about. Iain Valliere's update, because obviously he's a couple weeks out. I want to talk about how he's looking. Derek Lunsford, I want to give you guys an update on Derek's progress so far this offseason. Obviously, he doesn't have to qualify this year, so he's preparing for the Olympia. Our Mr. Olympia, Hadi Choopan. Where has he been? I want to give you guys an update on him and what he's been doing. Bumstead gave us a little mirror shot of how he's looking. And let's take a look at his legs and see how he's progressing this offseason. He's stressed that he's taking this offseason very serious and a different approach than he typically does. Usually takes a couple months off, so I want to talk about that as well. So remember, you guys, Old School Labs sponsors all these podcasts. You guys can see the sign behind me. If you guys ever want to pick up anything, you guys want to try any of their products out, make sure you guys use my code NickBS to support. You guys will save on your orders. And I released my first product with them, Nitro 3D, which is an intra workout. I think you guys should really try it out. If you guys are into working out, you guys like to take your workouts serious, you guys really want to push your workouts to the next level. It's going to help with your endurance, your energy, your focus, your pumps, your contraction. Because of the formula we designed, it's got 5 patent ingredients in it. It's got 600 grams of total ingredients. You're getting what you pay for, guys. Like, this product is not a cheap price point, but you're getting a product that is well worth every dollar that you're spending on it. And I want you guys to try it out and let me know what you think of it. If you guys have used it, tell me. Let me know. Tag me on Instagram. Drop me a DM. We released a new flavor of Vintage Brawn, which is our protein powder. It's one of our best-selling products. We have a birthday cake flavor out. We have creatines. We have pre-workouts, Blast Max. We have your essential amino vitamins and minerals you can sell. We sell individually. We have vegan protein. We have fat burners. So make sure you guys check them out. And Alpha Elite has a drop May 20th. I'm going to talk about it today on Instagram. I'm going to talk about it everywhere, all the way up until May 20th. And if you guys want to see the new drop, we have joggers. We have taper joggers. We have mock neck long sleeves, we have cutoffs, we have hats, we have wrist wraps, we have knee wraps, we have shorts, mesh shorts. We have a lot of cool stuff in the Alpha Elite drop for May 20th. I'm going to talk about them this today, especially. I'm going to show you guys them all on Instagram. I'm actually wearing the pants right now. These are just the regular sweatpants I have on. New colors. I love the Alpha Elite clothes. I was a Lululemon fan. I love their type of clothes. Very minimal branding, but just enough so you know what you're wearing, representing. And I love the cuts. I love the fits. I love the materials. I love the colors, the palettes. High quality clothes, Alpha Elite. If you guys want to buy anything, save on your order and support, make sure you guys use NickBS. All right, so now we did some housekeeping. Let's jump into the first story. And Iain Valliere put up a video on YouTube because he is getting closer and closer to his show this year that he's going to try to qualify with to make it back to the Olympia. And I want to show you guys this video he put up because, I think Iain could do really, really well this year if he's able to mitigate these issues with his back, because we know Iain has placed highest 7th at the Olympia, but the problem is the back. And if that back is not better than what it was we saw at the Olympia, that's going to be a big, big, big issue for him. And that could be, I don't want to use the words as like end of his career, but that could be the dagger in everything for him. Because listen, Iain's got a great physique. He's proved that already. But the reason he dropped so many places here at the Olympia is because of the back. And if the back was where it was supposed to be, I don't think his conditioning was that far off at the Olympia to hold him back that much. So I do think the back was the major component. And obviously the posing was not that great. But the back needs to be better. And I'm not saying he can't win this qualifying show and make it back to the Olympia. He's probably going to win this show pretty relatively easy because let's be honest here. I mean, who's going to really be in this show in Toronto? But last year, this is what we were dealing with. Let me show you guys. This was the issue he was having last year. The back was flat. It was not popping. There was no detail there. And if this back looks anything like this year, I'm telling you guys right now, it's going to be a long year for him. And after after that year, I have not seen anything that convinced me that this is getting fixed because he was in denial. And I don't know if he still is. Maybe he's addressing it behind closed doors. Maybe he thinks, maybe he knows what's going on and he's actually addressing it. Maybe he's come to the conclusion that maybe he can fix it. He is working with Matt Jensen this year instead of Patrick Torr. He did make that change. But if Matt doesn't address this either, I don't know what he expects to be any different. I mean, you can look at his calves from behind and tell me right now that this is very reminiscent of what's going on with his back. They're atrophied. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that. I mean, even look at his tricep here. There's really no definition of tricep like there usually is. I don't know if he put something in there. He was off. This does not look good, okay? But this could have been a top 10 placing if the back was in because, you know, let's be honest here. He has a lot of muscle. He gets in really good shape usually, and he wasn't that far off to be out of the top 10, but the back was definitely holding him back for sure at the Olympia. And I don't know. If he thinks he's going to walk into this Olympia and change things and be able to move up and not try to address this back issue, it's going to be a rude awakening for the guy. And I really hope he's paying attention to it. I hope he's taking notes on like what happened last year and not pretending like it was just because he was flat and pretending like it was because he wasn't carved up or he cut his salt or he cut his water too early. That, what I just showed you, is not because of water manipulation or sodium manipulation or a bad carb up. Yeah, it didn't help at all that he was off a little bit in the back because of the conditioning or because of the carb up. But that is not the reason why the back looks like that. That is not the reason why his calves look like that. Okay, that is an issue with the muscle and the nerves firing, engaging, and being able to contract. And that's what we saw last year. And, you know, in these workout videos on YouTube that he's been showing, we haven't seen much of him uncovered. He's been pretty much covered up the entire time. I don't know if he's doing that on purpose or I don't know. I don't get the sense of confidence from Iain that things have changed really. And I've watched his video. I'm not going to play it for you guys, but if you guys watch it, I don't get the same confidence I don't have the same confidence in Iain like he used to have. Like I know Iain was very confident before in his abilities, but I don't get that sense anymore from him watching these videos. I get a sense that like he might realize that it's the beginning of the end for him, and he might realize like, you know what, let me do what I can. Let me try to win as many shows I can now. I know I'm probably not going to place high at the Olympia if I look like that, but at least if I win these smaller shows, I'll be able to still skirt by and be a good bodybuilder, a professional bodybuilder, because that's what I like to do. But there's just no way in hell that back is going to be any better if he didn't address it. If he thinks the diet and the training with Matt Jensen's going to fix that back and that Matt's going to be able to do something that Patrick Torr isn't, it's going to really suck for him. It's going to hurt. And, you know, he's still very young. It just sucks to see someone so young going through this type of issues with the back. You know, even in this video, this is from, you know, last week. No uncovering of the physique at all. Now, he's about 4 or 3 weeks out this week. So maybe we might see him strip down to like a tank top or a cutoff the next workout so we can see what he's packing. But I just really hope he addressed it. I really do hope he paid attention to it. And let's say Iain comes back with a better package at whatever show he's doing, Toronto or whatever, right? Let's say the back looks awesome. Now that really changes things up at the Olympia. Like, where could Iain go? How far could he move up? Who can he beat that he lost to last year? Is he a threat for the top 7, top 6 now that his back is back? You know, I'm being optimistic. I really do hope he fixed it because I don't want to see the kid's career come to an end over something like this. I'd rather see people retire on their own time and be able to walk away when they want, not because they had an injury or because something happened. You know, that's got to be the worst feeling in the world when you have to retire because of something that you couldn't control. And this is something you could have controlled over the years if he was doing damage to it or if he knew he had an injury and he ignored it. But I don't know the situation, and he hasn't talked about it at all, which makes me even more nervous because usually when things like this happen with athletes in our sport, if they don't address it, it's usually because they're afraid to talk about it or they know there is something actually wrong. That's the type of experience I've had with these situations. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I've had. And it makes me nervous that he has not talked about it. He's very dismissive on Bro Chat, Fuad's channel with it. He's never like, yeah, there's something wrong. I want to fix it. But maybe he's just ignoring it. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he doesn't want to bring attention to it. But if I'm Iain, I'm praying to fucking God, that the muscle gods up there, the juice head gods up there, that my back all of a sudden magically appears at the Toronto Pro, because I'm telling you guys, if he didn't address this, this is not going to be good. It's not going to be a good look for him. Let's talk about Derek Lunsford, runner-up at the Olympia last year. Let's talk about what he's been doing this offseason. Do I think it was worth him not doing the Arnold is the question. Because let's just say Derek gets to the Olympia this year. Maybe he doesn't end up second. Maybe he drops. Maybe he drops a place or two. Was it worth missing the Arnold Classic? Missing that payday, because Derek, let's be honest here, probably would have won that show if he was there. So he missed a massive payday and a massive opportunity to win an Arnold Classic title. But if Derek, that's a lot of pressure on Derek. If Derek doesn't deliver this year, he doesn't end up repeating the same place or win, he doesn't have much wiggle room. You know what I'm saying? He's got to nail it. He's going to regret not doing that Arnold Classic. That's what's going to happen here. I can already predict the future. Well, we may not know if he's going to regret it or not, but come on, let's be honest here. If Derek drops even to third place, he's going to regret missing the Arnold. And I guarantee if that does happen, let's say Derek does, let's say drop a place or two, we're not going to hear him admit that. But you have to remember that that is what he's going to be feeling. He's going to be going back in his mind and replaying these sequence of events of people telling him not to do the show for this reason, because you're worried about the big picture, the Olympia. We don't care about Arnold Classic titles right now. We care about Olympia titles only. That's fine. But Derek just started his career in the open division. That was his first year competing as an open bodybuilder. If anything, you want to go try these things now while you're young, you're motivated, you're healthy. You still have a whole career ahead of you. So if you don't win, it's okay. Like, I would have locked in an Arnold Classic title for sure. And I would have done what I could do from now until the Olympia, which is still plenty of time. Look how much time he has still to the Olympia. Even if he did the freaking Arnold Classic, he still has plenty of time to improve for the Olympia. And it's not like Derek needs to make any drastic improvements to keep that place or to keep moving up. It's coming down to a timing thing. I'm telling you guys, it's a timing thing. If Derek's time is 2023 because Hadi's off and he walks through the door and wins, that's because it's his time. It's not because he put extra month or two into his offseason prep that year. That's not why he's going to win the Olympia title one day. Derek's going to win that Olympia title either when Hadi walks away or when Hadi's off a little bit and he's on a little bit more. I'm telling you guys right now, Derek is not going to win that title because he dominated Hadi Choopan. I don't think that's possible right now. I think Hadi's probably going to retire either undefeated or he's going to be off and Derek will beat him. There's no way a perfect Derek is going to beat a perfect Hadi right now at this level of the game. I think Derek still needs too much in order to do that, and Hadi's too far ahead to do that. Because if Hadi is able to bring back that shredded look that he had at the Olympia last year with that added size, it doesn't matter who's on that stage with Hadi. No one's touching Hadi if that's the case. But last year he left the door open and Derek couldn't capitalize on it. So there's no way it's going to happen again with Hadi Rambod. I'm telling you guys right now, not with the amount of muscle that Hadi has put on and the more muscle he's going to be putting on and Hadi knowing what went wrong with them. I'm telling you, Hadi's going to nail Hadi and he's going to nail Derek too because he coaches both of them. But I'm telling you, Derek is not going to be able to slip by Hadi when Hadi's 100%. even if Derek's 100%, he's not going to be able to slip by Hadi right now. He's too good. He's got too much dense muscle. I just don't see Hadi losing to Derek unless Hadi is off and Derek's on, or Hadi decides to retire and Derek slips in. And that's just my opinion, guys. That's not factual. Siri. That's not factual. It's just my opinion on the situation. I'm just speaking from what I really feel. My gut instinct is that Hadi is too good to be beaten if he's on. And he was off last year and he still beat them. So what does that tell you? His whole backside was nowhere near as lean as it usually is. And he still whooped a lot of ass on the Olympia stage. So what does that tell you about Hadi Choopan's talent and gifts and physique? You know? But Derek looks, I mean, I have not seen a bad photo of Derek really ever, to be honest with you, which is crazy to say. Even when he was the biggest ever last year, I believe the Pittsburgh Pro guest posing is next week, so we're going to see Derek guest pose. I mean, just look how nutty this is in the 2022 Mr. Olympia. He's going to be better than this next year. Isn't that crazy? That's what's wild to me. Like, this is not even his final form. Where the fuck is he? Oh, this is some stupid meme. Sorry. This is not even Derek's final form, which is scary, right? This is scary what this guy's going to look like in the next couple of years. I mean, I'm not even showing you guys the screen. What could he look like next year? Like, this was last year, guys. He has room for improvement. Like, what could this guy do? Like, I can't wait to see a maxed out Derek Lunsford, like tip top Derek Lunsford in a couple of years. He's gonna be unbeatable, especially because he has all the attributes. He has the wide shoulders, he has the super round muscles, he's got full glycogen loaded muscle bellies. So when he's full, he gets super hard. The skin gets super saran wrapped. And he looks phenomenal. And he doesn't have any weak points. Like, his back is wide, his lats pop, they're thick. He's got great quads, great hams, great side shots. From behind, he's got thick adductors, great back detail, great lat width, great glute ham tie-in. I mean, he's not missing, he's got calves, he's not missing anything. There's nothing where I'm like, Derek needs that to be the best, or Derek needs to work on, like, he's not even a work in progress. He's complete. He just needs to finish it off. He's got to literally just do the extra detail to his physique, and he's going to be perfect. He's perfect right now, but imagine, like, the perfect bodybuilder you can build. That's what Derek is. I really do. I think Derek is an anomaly. I think he has some of the best genetics that ever have walked the bodybuilding stage. That's how good I think Derek is. And he's still super young, which is frightening. It's frightening. If anyone go on a tear and win multiple Olympias right now, it's him. But he's got to get through Hadi Choopan first. We got to see it. You know, we got to be convinced that he beat Hadi Choopan. That's very hard to do. I haven't seen many people do that before. So it's going to be a very interesting battle at the Olympia this year. It's going to be very interesting to see where all the little pieces fall for, you know, even like, let's say the battles between Derek and Hadi again, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Andrew coming up, Sanson reestablishing himself, Nick, obviously, Hunter, obviously, Iain, hopefully, Crizzo, Clarita maybe jumping in the open. Who knows? We just don't know. And hopefully we'll see Reagan there. Hopefully we get Sergio there. Hopefully we get Akeem Williams coming back a little bit better again. The Kuklos, you know the deal. I hope we see all these guys again this year. It'll be a really good Olympia once again. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Derek does. I'm very excited to see what he does and see how he makes improvements, where he's going to be improved next year, and is it going to be enough to dethrone Hadi Choopan? Let me know what you guys think. So let's talk about our champ now, because Hadi, to be honest, guys, I'm not that impressed with Hadi's work ethic so far as being Mr. Olympia. I know he's a good guy. I know he works hard. I know he's over there fucking busting his ass to be the best Mr. Olympia bodybuilder ever. But The content is very minimal. The relationship building is very minimal. He's not really doing anything tour-wise or going out there and promoting bodybuilding. He's in his cave working out and going home. I don't know, guys. It's just not enough for me as Mr. Olympia. It's just not enough. I want to see more from Mr. Olympia. I want to see them traveling. I want to see them doing stuff for the brand. And yeah, I get it. He's got work to do. He's a bodybuilder. He's got to work out. He's got to eat his fucking meals. I get it. But there's also a line where, like, for instance, I hate to use him as an example because everyone's like, oh, you just because you like Nick so much, you're doing a podcast with Nick. Nick does a great job of representing bodybuilding, guys. Does a great job. And he's really good at promoting himself on social media. I think a lot of these bodybuilders should take notes on how Nick does it. And I think if Hadi was anything like Nick, even 50% like Nick, can you imagine the size of his following, how big and popular he'd be, how amazing it would be for bodybuilding itself? I think bodybuilders need to really start paying attention to see what Nick is doing, because Nick has a good grasp on what people want to see, what they don't want to see, what they want to tune in for, what they expect from him, and he delivers. And I think that's what Hadi needs to focus on way more than just lifting like this. Like, let's look at Hadi. Let's see what he's doing. Look at his craziness. This guy. Benching 5 plates. This is insanity. I train with Evogen products. Try it. Don't doubt. Evogen is gold. Oh, let's do drop sets with 500 pounds on the bar. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, when have you seen a guy do that before? That's what I'm talking about. And the best part is, if he marketed himself better, you know how many more people would be paying attention to this and blown away by, like, no one's even talking about how strong this guy is. No one's even talking about him doing this. Doing drop sets with 500 pounds down to 135, stripping the plates off. Not even racking the bar. Like, insanity, right? He needs more attention. Look at this video. You guys ready for this one? You guys probably saw this too. Look how many plates are on the bar. 6 plates. Watch this. Remember, Hadi only weighs like, what, 240 off season maybe? 250? He's super lean still. Short. Come on, Hadi. There you go. Like, that's our Mr. Olympia. He's not only the physique, he's also got the strength behind him. He's got the look. He's from fucking Iran. He's built in in the shadows. Like, he's a creature. And he comes out and wins an Olympia and goes back into his little hiding. But, like, yeah, this is all awesome. But you're connecting with, like, such a small percentage of your fans only lifting weights and showing them that. And by him not being able to speak English, him being deaf, obviously is not his fault, but it's definitely part of the reason why his popularity is not where I think it could be. I mean, look at this. This is insane. Look at this. That's insanity. Look how lean he is still. I mean, the guy is a freak of nature. Freak. And he's our Mr. Olympia, and I'm proud of him being our Mr. Olympia, but I just need to see more out of him. I need to see more Hadi Choopan out of the gym, out of bodybuilding, more of his personality so people can get to know him, so he's relatable to the fans. All people know him is this, like, this hardcore lifter that doesn't care anything about anything else except lifting weights. That's all people know Hadi. That's all people know him. If you ask anyone, like, what's the first thing that comes to mind about Hadi Choopan as a bodybuilder? You know, I mean, people will probably say, oh, wow, he's super strong. He can lift a lot of weight. No one ever says, like, oh, I love Hadi's personality, or I love when he does this, or I love his YouTube videos, or I love when he talks to us like this. Like, nothing. It's not personal at all. There's zero attachment to him. The only thing we're attached to is his freakish strength and his freakish size and his physique and his conditioning. No one's impressed by Hadi Choopan's personality or how he interacts on camera or how well his content is or how good his posts are. We don't hear any of that stuff about him. And I'm not saying he should replace anything he's doing or change anything he's doing, but I think he needs to add more of. I think if he did more stuff for bodybuilding outside of the gym, he'd be so much more popular. Like, so much more popular. It'd be crazy how popular he'd be. He'd be more popular than any other bodybuilder on the planet if Hadi Choopan showed his personality. I'm being dead serious. I think people would love him. I think people would really respect him. Not that they don't now, but I think people would really appreciate him a lot more if we got to be able to see his true personality out of the gym. Him as a dad, obviously he can't probably show too much because of religious reasons, obviously, or where he lives. And I don't know what the restrictions they have in Iran as far as like social media goes or what you can show, but telling you guys, Hadi would be so popular if people just grabbed his phone and started videotaping this guy and got him talking and did some translation, the captions, the subtitles, whatever the fuck they're called, and we get him on camera more. But until that happens, we're not going to see much change from Hadi being our Olympia. I'm just telling you guys right now. All right, so let's talk about this real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. So, saw this. Now, I didn't know what to think. So I was like, all right, obviously he's not geared up. He's not sauced up. He's obviously taking some downtime because it's after the Olympia. But my question is, I want to know what you guys think. His legs. Do the legs, obviously this is, remember, taking consideration, he's probably not on. He's probably not pushing anything. I don't know what he's doing, actually. I'm just guessing, but I'm assuming he's probably not on. Why do his legs look so downsized here? Is it because he hasn't been training him hard, or because it looks like he's still training hard by all these videos I've been seeing him working out? So I know he's training hard. Is it the lighting in the mirror? Is it because of the way the angle? Is it because of the shirt? Is it because of the socks? Is it he's not shaved and tan? But to me, the legs look super not themselves here. Like small. I hate to say that because I know they're not small, but smaller than what they used to be. There was a side-by-side that someone put up of like CBUM's legs, like, previously a couple of years ago versus now. I forget where I saw it. I tried looking for it. And some people were like, look how much better his legs are. And I'm like, He actually lost a lot of volume on his sweeps. He lost a lot of volume on his, what is it called? The rectus femoral, whatever, the middle muscle. I'm drawing a blank here on the quads. And I'm like, where did the quad go? Like, his legs used to be massive in class of physique. Now, I'm not saying they look bad. I'm not saying he can't win. I'm just saying, is maybe these injuries catching up to him? Are these things starting to weigh on him a little bit? Are they starting to not give him the ability to train as hard as he wants in the gym for his legs? Are they restricting him as far as like pain goes and how many days off he has to take? It's interesting. It's very interesting. Because if you look at Chris's physique from a couple of years ago to now, I don't think it necessarily got too much better except for his back. But his back has a lot to do with the way he was posing it before. It's not necessarily that he put on all this muscle in his backside and all of a sudden he just has this like outrageous back from one year to the next. A lot of it is the way he was posing his back. He wasn't leaning back before, and he wasn't flexing his teres muscles right. He wasn't squeezing down on the pose. He was just kind of like hitting it like this. He wasn't contracting the muscles. So, and a lot of it is just like perception, perspective, sorry. And I feel like the perspective was just different before. And therefore, we didn't see the back look as good. So this might be the good one, right? Let's see, 2019. Where's the one he stood straight up? Here. Look, straight up. This is the same back that I just showed you on the last photo, because you can see here, right? This is where his lower lat attaches, right? All he did was lean back. This wasn't like a 1 year transformation, like, holy shit, look how much more muscle he has. See? All he did was lean back here and put more emphasis on his upper back, doing more pull downs instead of more rows. Now, did his back grow from one year to the next? Yes, but it didn't grow that much. This has a lot to do with his posing. So tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think his back is getting better? Do you think his legs are getting better? Do you think he'll be better in 2023? I don't know, guys. I'm really starting to think that he might have maybe 1 or 2 years left in this. See here, he's standing straight up again, not leaning back. I just want to show you guys this too, actually, while we're here. Can't tell here because he has those shorts on. Hold on a second. Here you go. I still have the short things on. Yeah, I don't know. I know he says he has like 2 pounds of like weight cap left, which I find really odd. I don't think he has any weight left, but he might have weighed in like a little bit lighter, but there's no way he could be heavier than he was this offseason if he wants to make weight. I know that weight cut was rough for him. Like legs look really good here, I think. They're super full. $20.22. Here, see? A lot less size on these sweeps. You guys could see it, right? I mean, like, way different. Yeah. Man, if there's anyone that could pull it off, though, it's CBUM. CBUM is the man when it comes to, like, putting the work in and figuring out and delivering and not letting people down, not letting his fans down. And I know if CBUM locks this in, one more year I think I'm going to give him. I give CBUM max 2 more Olympias, and I think that's it. I mean, that's 2023, 2024, and I see him retire. I don't think he's got much time after that. I really don't foresee him doing more than that. He'll be closer to 30 then. He's also got that disease he's battling, that liver or kidney disease, whatever he's got wrong with him, autoimmune disorder, whatever it is that attacks his liver. That's something he's got to take into consideration pretty seriously. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this wrap up for Sunday. I'm going to talk to you guys more about this whole Patreon situation, YouTube situation more. But if you guys want to join the Patreon now, educational content's on there about training, PEDs, supplements. I'm going to be vlogging on there, my transformation, my body transformation. That it's going to be a lot of fun. Most of the information will be on Patreon. We'll be putting the workouts and stuff and the tips on Instagram. Probably put some stuff on Rumble. But like the bulk stuff where you guys want to be able to talk about my transformation, interact with it, learn about the diet, the drugs, what I'm doing, that can all be done on Patreon. Interacting with me, sending me messages, and seeing all that content. So make sure you guys sign up to the Patreon. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be doing lives once a day on here, news for 30 to 60 minutes once a day. And as long as the YouTube comes back up, we'll be uploading on YouTube. And I want to use Patreon probably, create the new tier I told you guys about, charge the least amount of money as possible, just to have a tier and be able to upload my content daily on there, regardless of what happens with YouTube. Have that as the backup. And that's it. I got to protect my assets too, guys, 2 years of work into that YouTube channel, and it's gone. It's vanished. So I'm still working on it. I'm still very optimistic about getting it back, but always trying to prepare now for the worst case scenario because I can't have this happen again. And don't forget, oldschoollabs.com. If you guys want to pick up anything, use my code NickBS. If you guys want to support, it's greatly appreciated. I guarantee you guys buy any of these products, you will not regret it. You'll get your money's worth. I guarantee you'll come back and buy another one because that's how good this stuff is. And Alpha Elite, a big drop May 20th. Have my code ready to go, NickBS. I'm going to show you guys the drop today on Instagram. So make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Bodybuilding and BS. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon. Peace.